Okay, so I'm still doing my 30 days, no matter what. But I was just standing up, and the scripture Proverbs 23:7, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So that that verse, it sums up the entire way of what manifestation is. Like, if you think you can't do it, you can't do it. If you think that you're difficult, then you're difficult. If you think it's hard for you to attract love, it's hard for you to attract love. If you think that money only comes to the rich and the poor get poor, then you're absolutely correct. Because whatever you think and whatever you say is so in your life. Look around your reality. And if you don't like what you are seeing in your reality, you have to take a look in your heart and see what you have decided is so. As you think it is real, like period point blank. Hey y'all. Like, it's not about only what's in your head, it's also what you believe deeply in your heart, because your heart is basically the pathway to your subconscious mind. So once the subconscious mind has been impressed with good, bad, or indifferent beliefs, you'll have to figure out how to unprogram yourself from some shit that doesn't go in with what you say you want to manifest. I know people that struggle so bad with trying to manifest love, but they can get money so easily. So what it is, I tell people, if you know how to make yourself feel this feeling in reference to this, try to magnify that feeling even more so you are able to take that emotion, that emotional charge, and channel it toward something else. Like, if you have a hard time with getting love, well, if you love getting money, transfer that energy so you're able to love other things. Because the love of getting money is difficult for some people that know how to attract relationships and healthy connections abundantly. You get what I'm saying? So, like, if you think in your heart that, oh, people not gonna pay me no attention, or I don't never get this, and I don't never, you're absolutely correct. Like, what your belief system controls everything in your life. Your confidence level, your love life, it controls your money, it controls your relationships, it controls every interaction that you have, whatever you deeply believe about yourself. If you think that these people are talking about you, these motherfuckers are talking about you. If you think that these people don't like you, these people don't like you. It just is what it is. However, you can go, like, it don't matter if you script all day. It don't matter if you do the 55 by 5 method, 33 by 3 method. It doesn't matter if you do a whole bunch of robotic affirming. If deep down inside of yourself you haven't convinced yourself with conviction that this is so, it doesn't fucking matter. You got to get yourself to a state of being to where no matter what you see on the exterior world, your interior is right. All of it is right for what it is that you are attracting to yourself. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Happy fucking Thursday. Okay? So, like this, you can't out hustle your mindset at all. If your mindset says, oh, I don't never have enough money, or it's not, or I don't never have good friends, or everybody just leaves, it's so. You have to literally rewire your mind to believe something else. And it's not hard to do. All you have to do is start paying attention to little context clues along the way that are helping you shift your mindset into another reality, to another version of yourself. There's not necessarily a waiting period. It's just how easily can you convince yourself that it's so? How easily can you convince yourself with a strong feeling of conviction that I don't have to sign to this no more. I don't have to resonate with this anymore. I'm allowed to have something different in my reality, and it's so. The K-Pack. Huh? Let's see. Like, what I realize is the strongest or the most powerful man is not always the loudest. He's the most disciplined in his thoughts. So how disciplined are you with your thoughts? I tell people sometimes you might need to take a day or two and listen to your thoughts. Like, because you're always talking to yourself, whether you think you are or you're not. You are always talking to yourself, either out loud or when you're thinking, you hear you. What type of thoughts do you have in reference to whatever you're trying to manifest, or who you're trying to manifest, or whatever it is that you're trying to attract into your life? If you want more confidence and you walk in a room and you feel like everybody's staring at me, everybody think I'm ugly, you blowing it. You need to rewire your thoughts and wire and roll them back into yourself so you can get the reality that you want. Like, you are allowed to let a thought just ride and not give it no energetic charge. You are allowed to say, I don't like this. I can think this. I can think another way. Or I don't want to feel this, and give yourself something else to feel. That's why music is so powerful, for you to be able to anchor yourself into different feelings, because music is able to create different emotional charges in your body. That's why you got to be careful listening to certain rap. You got to be careful listening to certain R&B. You got to be careful listening to heavy metal, because you don't know what you're hitting your subconscious mind with. So this is the thing. If your heart is full of doubt, fear, and lack, that's all you'll attract more of. But if your heart is full of like certainty, you got a direct vision and abundance, you're literally unstoppable. You need to wake up in the morning and set the tone, and just start doing the I am thing. Like, I am unstoppable. I am lovable. I am abundant. If you don't talk to yourself that way, talk the way that you talk to yourself. If you think to yourself, I'm that bitch, like, that's, y'all know. If you know, you know. If you ain't new here, you already know. What's good? Hi. Hey, y'all. But like, if you wake up and you think, I'm that bitch. Me, that's one of my anchor statements. I wake up and be like, I'm that bitch. I'm the shit. You can't tell me nothing. Like, and then I have a strong emotional tie to abundance, with like attracting money like very easily. So I just have this natural rampage that I get money. I easily receive money. I'm abundant. Like, money loves me. Money will want to sit next to me. Money wants to make love with me. Money wants to be me. I am it. Like, hello, look at this shit. Like, look at me. And that's what I believe. Don't laugh. Hi, honestly, LV and John and Bunny and Bark for Faith and all y'all for entering. If y'all new here, y'all know my name is Bree. Well, if you're new here, you don't know that. My name is Bree. I talk about law of attraction, spirituality, manifestation, and confidence. Heavy on the confidence. Because if you don't have confidence in this world, you don't have anything. You actually are. That's the best attire you will ever wear, is a high level of confidence. It's not always what you know, and it's not always who you know. It's how you present yourself in those rooms that you enter. So, like I was saying, like, what should you do in reference to, as a man thinketh, so is he? You gotta guard your heart. Like, and it's easier said than done, but you gotta be careful of what you allow a feeling to attach to. Like, watch what you feed your mind every day. You got to be willing to train your thoughts. You got to be okay with using repetition. Repetition is not something that is against you. It's always there for you. It took repetition for you to learn your name. It took repetition for you to learn where you lived. It took repetition for you to learn your fucking phone number, okay? So in reference to all these things, you got to be willing to do the work. You can use prayer, you can use affirmations, but at the end of the day, you got to be disciplined. And you got to lead yourself. You got to let your spiritual God, your spiritual man in the inside, lead your outside world, okay? If you want to change your life, you got to start with how you see yourself. You will never see yourself from somebody else's point of view. You will only see yourself from your way. Everybody is seeing you from the way that they created you in your mind. So fuck what they see. Make sure when you see you and when you enter into the world that you are feeling, or that you see yourself exactly how you feel. And if you don't like the way that you are projecting yourself out into the world, come on now. You got to do something about that. Like, have you ever heard the verse, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he? That is not just about what's in your mind. It's literally about what's in your heart, okay? Like, the stuff you believe when you're totally alone, like when you're quiet, when you're not acting, when you're not performing, when you're not trying to be persuasive with anybody, that's the time when you need to be persuading yourself. Like, what you believe you deserve is exactly what you're going to settle for. What you think you are, you start attracting more of it. So if you don't like the type of experiences and things that you're attracting, go back to the drawing board and figure out, what the fuck are you doing or thinking about yourself? Like, do you feel like that you got to struggle? Or do you feel like when you're trying to get somebody to date you that it's hard, or that people don't fuck with the type of person you are? You better not think like that about yourself. You need to think highly of yourself. Like, I remember I was sitting with some friends last year, and they was like asking about how they respond in the evaluations with their supervisors, because they got managers and stuff. And it's like, anytime that I get do the appraisal, when they say how I think my performance is, he said phenomenal. Why would I say anything less than the best about myself? And it got my mind going. And I was like, you know what? Hell yeah. Because Even if you haven't been doing the best in the job, you better say you are. Because why would you observe yourself as a less than or as a loser? Like, who are you performing for, them or for yourself? Like, if you think in your heart that you got to struggle to be loved, and then you'll find yourself in situations where you're literally begging for the bare necessities in love. Like, but if in your heart you think like, I'm magnetic, I'm loved super deeply, I'm chosen without effort, then love just shows up. So like, it just comes to you in abundance. Like me with love, I never struggle in love. I will never struggle in love because I'm a whole love magnet, love angel type of individual. So like, what I've been learning lately is that it's not always about what you want. It's about what your heart actually believes is possible. So if you don't believe what you desire is possible, then it's not. Because love doesn't meet you where you pretend to be. It meets you where you really are deeply. And I don't know. So just, that's something to think about. Think about what you think about in reference to how you feel about yourself. Stop letting the 3D world determine your reality or how you feel about yourself or your experiences, and go create a world, go cultivate a world deeply inside yourself that is so enjoyable that nothing on the outside world can disturb you. But I gotta go to bed, and I just had to stay true to my 30-day run. And I'll see y'all tomorrow.